Hello, welcome to day 5 of Animation, and welcome in your niece. These are my guests, Ergo and Garezi. They are... Oh wait, my thing is not on. There we go. I was on the studio mode because I'm an idiot. But it's okay, because now everyone can see Plurp and Sonic. And you guys.
Yay!
Let's see who in Sonic?
Plurp. Plurp
Yeah,
McFlurp.
Oh yeah, Plurp. Right. Who could forget?
Who
Plurp.
could? It's Sonic's best friend, Plurp.
Yeah.
Plurp the
McFlurp.
Hodgepodge.
The hodgepodge.
See, that's what
I
I,
love
always
him.
say. Is that a thing that other people have said about Sonic, or is that just something I say that you've adopted to saying now?
I feel
Sonic
like
Hodgepodge.
I got it from something.
Yeah.
Sonic the hodgepodge?
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
I guess it is a thing. Or I don't
No,
know.
I've never
Ergo
heard
seems
of
to have
it.
found something.
Oh.
Wait, Hodgepodge is a character that appears in the Adventures of the Sonic the Hedgehog television series.
Bro, what? That's
There's a
news
character.
to me.
There's a Sonic character named Hodgepodge.
Hey, this is
I'm
perfect
learning.
because we're talking about animation
Yeah.
today. So
We
we could talk
are.
about that at some point.
Also,
could.
hi, I'm Ergo. I realized we kind of
We
we didn't really introduce ourselves. Hi. Or you introduced us, but we
I
didn't.
did.
Say
I said
anything.
these are Ergo and Grezzy, and then I was like, oh, I'm fucking up right now. And then you guys had to deal with my unprofessionalism, and I do apologize for that.
No, you good.
It
You good.
will-
As
it's
Ergo,
okay.
I think you're fine.
It will
What?
happen again. Which one is Ergo?
As
Which one is
Grezzy.
Grezzy?
You'll never know.
The world will
Thankfully,
never know.
every time we talk, we always say, as our name. Make it
So
very
you'll-
easy to identify ourselves.
Yes.
As Tirith-Masu, I approve this message.
As
That's identity
Grezzy,
theft.
I
How could
also
you?
approve this message.
I'll allow that. That's fine. Damn it. No, now everyone knows. Shit,
Now you're
that's not what I did.
Ergo.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's right. Yeah, now I'm Ergo. Anyway,
So we'll never know.
I love that. I always just think of the Grinch where he's like,
That might be where I got it from. Honestly.
honestly,
I have no
honestly
idea.
based, if so.
I have no idea. I've like just stolen so many things that it just becomes part of my thing and I forget
Yeah,
where it comes
Yeah.
that's
from.
just how it works.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. We're all kleptomaniacs over here for quotes.
It's true. There ain't nothing wrong with that,
It's
you
true.
know? Keep it
It's
alive.
true.
Otherwise, who's saying it? Nobody. Me only.
Exactly. See, you and Ergo were both, or I mean, you and Grezzy, or who knows anymore? We're quoting the Sonic 06 thing. So like, you guys stole from the fandom people. Hell yeah.
I did.
Keep it up.
I think they love that,
It's hard
actually.
not to.
Which
I think
honestly,
it's so
if I did
iconic.
it, I'd be honored. I'd be honored.
Yeah, I think they like when people quote it. I don't know why they wouldn't. I have no idea. I
I
actually
know
like,
they have
I
a
don't-
new they have a new dub coming out. They're doing Kingdom Hearts.
That's crazy work. I don't know how you can make Kingdom Hearts even crazier than it already is. It's already like peak nonsense.
They released like a trailer. It is very goofy.
You ready for this?
I mean, literally, because it's goofy.
He started. Oh no! I
You
got
did
smacked.
not. You got smacked.
With a trout.
Oh, with a trout here.
Yes.
I'll,
Yeah, I'm
I'll
stinky
smack.
now.
I'll smack my company over here.
Oh my
I
god.
don't know if you can hear that, but I did.
Doing some Foley work.
Yeah.
Just
I should also look at.
sorry. I
Just
have
straight up.
I dual stream because I don't know why. I don't have a really good reason, but I do it. So it was mostly so my mom could see the streams because she doesn't know how to do Twitch.
Fair point.
But I did not have time to tell her what time the stream was at and how to get to it, so maybe she can just watch it later. We will see.
I'm impressed by your dual streaming.
I'm
I
impressed that
barely
it
stream to
doesn't
Twitch.
just... That's so valid. Like, my streaming schedule is like, this is gonna be the most I've streamed in so long. Like, because I'm gonna be streaming
Yeah,
every
you've been
day.
streaming like you've been streaming multiple times a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause I think Sunday I streamed for like 6 hours. That's why I'm
Crazy.
dying, brother.
Yeah, you're a mad lad.
I remember when I did like 24-hour streams.
Oh yeah, you were like dying.
12-hour streams.
I like took over for you.
Yeah.
I could do a 12-hour stream. Pretty easy because I stay up too late. Too late, some would say. But
I
yeah.
was so young back then. So
So unafraid. I am
Yeah.
going to be doing a 24-hour stream at the end of the month. It's going to be a 24-hour
Oh!
God.
animation stream. I'm just going to be animating for 24 hours. Hello again.
Bruh.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. I don't know if I'm going to... I think I'm just going to be in, like, somewhere, and then people can jump in and out whenever they want. I'm not really sure. I don't know exactly how I'm going to figure it out. I just know that I'm doing it with no planning. I'm like, I'll figure it out in post. It's fine. But
You should just play the Sonic 06 fan dub in the background, just on loop the whole time.
just go full crazy. I'm just like in a room, a padded room by myself, listening to Sonic fan dub on repeat. Just
Just
peak
just
insanity.
do like the top streamers on Twitch. You just put on somebody else's content and then just like leave for a while.
Aw.
Don't provide any commentary
See,
and make
okay.
like $10,000.
See, I'm doing
want
things the
that
shitty
sometimes,
way.
but no.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
doing-
actually putting effort in.
I'm being dumb as hell is what I'm doing. I
Yeah.
should just
You didn't know you could just put on a video essay and then just make
then
a
leave?
bunch of money?
I should do that.
See, I only want to do that. I only want to do that with drawing ones because I listen to video essays when I draw, but I do feel like I can't do that. That's rude. But like, there is the part of
Yeah.
me that because I consume that content while I'm drawing, I'm like, but I want to.
It's hard. I mean, I put on Code Lyoko, which I think is like dubious, but I'm like, I don't even know where the fuck, like, who owns Code Lyoko? I don't really know. I don't know if like
Some
that studio
French
still
person.
exists. Yeah.
Hang
Like,
on,
where's that
we're
IP
educational
going?
streamers.
Oh shit.
Let's look that shit up.
But
But I've
You
been
good?
watching the cartoons. No, I'm hacking. We're hacking into the mainframe to figure out who owns the Code
oh,
Lyoko.
is that
Yeah.
what that sound was?
You didn't
Yes.
know? You didn't know that was clear hacking noise, Ergo?
Yeah, that was the
Jeez.
hacking noise.
Okay.
I also didn't know what it was, but I'm pretending.
You.
I don't know, I thought it was
How
you just
dare
like
you!
scratching at something. Like,
No, it's me scratching at the mainframe. All right.
yeah, I thought it was like a bunch of bugs.
Well, see, I thought they were trying to go like, shh, I got a thing to say, and I'm like, oh, okay,
No, no,
okay,
no, no,
Yeah.
be quiet. Okay.
I like that you fully shamed Ergo, but also had no idea what was going on.
Wow.
That's our relationship in a nutshell. I tease him a lot, and then I look at him and go, nah, I didn't know any better either.
Aw.
Let's see. Production companies for Code Lyoko are Anti Films Production and Moon Scoop
Wow.
from season 2 to season 4.
They're anti-films.
Network was
How could
Cartoon
they?
Network. So I don't know if Cartoon Network still owns them or not.
Oh
'Cause-
god. I don't know if I want that.
I
for
don't
them.
know. I don't know.
Cartoon Network has like disavowed all of their cartoons.
Sucks.
Yeah, it's not Cartoon Network specifically. It's the daddy
Warner
production.
Bros. Or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
HBO or
the
whoever the fuck.
Zaslav. I think.
yeah I don't know
Hi,
what's the
Luna.
parent company.
It's a Luna.
Hi, Luna.
We know Luna.
We do. Alright, I am deep into drawing Plurp. Do you guys, would you like to start on the little list that I had sent y'all? Of
Please send it to
questions.
Grezzy. I didn't.
I
Oh,
didn't send
yes,
it to
I
you?
didn't. No.
Oh
It's
my
okay.
God.
It's okay.
I'm just going in blind.
See, this
I'm
is
so
why it
sorry.
was perfect that we streamed together.
I didn't know we had to do homework.
You don't have to do anything. I sent it because I'm gonna be streaming with people that I have like varying degrees of like a rapport with. So I'm like, I don't want to go in and just like, you know, with like you or with like Ray or, you know, some people, I'm like, I know you, we can yap till the cows come home. With some people that I'm like, I don't like, we've interacted a couple times. I don't really know you that well. I wanted to have something to go off of so that they could kind of have an idea of like what they're jumping into. So they don't have to come in and feel like they have to. Yeah, they didn't have to feel like they're coming in and having to like carry a conversation with like who is basically an acquaintance / stranger.
But I mean, hey, the coolest acquaintance / stranger would be Tirith because you're so cool. Hell yeah.
I think you're cool. And I think you are a good friend. And I am happy to have you guys on the show, especially because I know you guys have not been doing much of the streaming, so I am very happy and honored that you would take 2 hours out of your day just to talk to little old me.
Of course, we will take many hours out of the day to talk to you. We love to. But yes, I've got the listy, and I was gonna say when you said, I was like, oh great, I'm just gonna cry the whole stream because it's so beautiful. But I pulled up the list, so ergo, pick one, I suppose. Or Tirith,
We can just start
you're
from
in
the
charge.
top.
So... Yeah, that's true.
What is your favorite animation?
Okay.
Yeah, what is your favorite
Gusto,
animation?
ergo. Yeah.
Grezzy.
Why are you turning to me first?
Well, you're the one who prepared or whatever.
You think I'm prepared?
You were given you were giving a cheat sheet, and ergo just showed up. He's like, "Oh, there's a test."
See, well, the favorite animation question is difficult because it's the one where, you know how like when people go, what's your favorite child, and like to a parent, and they're just kind of like, oh well, shit, like I might have a favorite but it's embarrassing to bring it up, or I don't know, you know. Well, one of them, none of them, all of them, I don't know,
equally.
So I mean, like, I guess for me, like, there is of course the big part of me that wants to say Yu Yu Hakusho is my favorite animation ever because it means so much to me. So there is that. But I love a lot of cartoons. Like I watch exclusively cartoon content. I feel like
I
only
feel like
within
I
the
do
last
too.
few years.
Honestly,
Yeah.
if it's not a
dare
video essay on YouTube, it's a cartoon.
Exactly. Because I was just gonna say, like, the last few years, I feel like I've maybe watched a little bit more like non-animated content, probably because of Ergo going like, "Hey, you want to watch this?" And I'm like, "No, but maybe." So,
That's
like,
fair.
depending on what it is. If it's spooky, I'm like, absolutely not. And actually,
I did get you to watch Alien at least.
you did
But-
get me to watch Alien.
I watched Alien
That's a
last year for
classic.
the first time. I'd never seen it. It's really good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I still gotta get Grezzy to watch The Thing.
Never. That is never happening.
I just watched that last month. On God.
Yo.
So yeah, no. The thing is like I'm a lot like Grezzy in that I have a hard time watching things that are not a cartoon. So I actually, y'all inspired me in a way to start a movie night on my Discord once a month where I watch a movie that I've never seen. So yeah, and I try to put it in like a theme of some sort. So since I started it a couple months ago, I've seen Blazing Saddles, The Thing, Alien was a different thing. I watched that with my mom for Halloween. I watched Blue Velvet and oh gosh, I know that I've had at least one more.
Was it
the Color Purple? It was The Color Purple.
That's it. Yeah, Rainy
yeah.
had told me about like that one, so I was like, "Oh yeah, you watched that one, purple something." I remember that.
Well, because it was funny to me, because like for whenever I first started, I think the first one was Blue Velvet, and then the next one was The Color Purple. So I was like, I kind of almost want to do like another color one because I think it would be funny. but I ended up not doing that. But yeah, it's been good because like you, especially as like a cartoon watcher, there's a lot of like media influences each other. So like
Yes.
you can kind of see like inspirations like kind of crossing, and then just like different kinds of storytelling. It's been good to kind of step out of my comfort zone and watch some of these live action things that I've like, you know, I've heard of, I know about to a degree, but like it's weird to be like, oh yeah, I know what that's about, and then you watch and it's like, okay, I guess I really didn't know what that was about. I just have heard the references and this, that, and the other, but watching it is always a different experience. So I guess to that degree, you should watch more movies with Ergo with real people.
I suppose.
I promise you it's worth
lots
it.
of puppets.
It does, and it looks so good.
And you like puppets.
It's got a really good what do you call that? The P word. Practical effects.
Yeah.
I was about to
Not
say,
that P word.
Penis? Penis?
PP? A P? No. Not that one. But
Darn.
sorry. I didn't
It is funny. Oh, go ahead.
No, I did. I was ADD mumbling. You speak. I don't know. I wasn't gonna say anything.
Okay. I'm sure it was wonderful. But so what the thing did remind me of, because again, like I was saying that like my favorite might be Yu Yu Hakusho based on, you know, my personal bias because I love it so very much.
Based on how your whole life is revolved
I
around
mean,
it.
yeah, it's like my major hyper fixation. I don't know what you're talking about. But also it was funny because this might be an answer to a different question on the list that I can't remember at the moment. But I remember Ergo and I had brought up Mighty Max. Or I had brought it up and he was like, oh yeah, Mighty Max, that's got a good style. And I'm like, yeah, it does. It's a show that was made to design, or it was a show made to sell toys, but gosh damn, it's a cool show. It's got a rockin' soundtrack, and Rob Paulson is Max. And the reason I thought of this while talking about The Thing was like I was going to try to say the episode number, but I don't remember it. But there is an episode where it is just The Thing. Like, it is. Like, the creatures turn into people, and the people are, like, in cryo chambers, basically. And, like, yeah, it, like, pretends to be people. Like, it's basically the plot of The Thing. And I think, how does The Thing die again? Like... Spoiler alert. Okay, fire. I think they do the same thing. Like they have to use fire, or they might have to use ice. I can't fucking remember now. It's been a while. But whenever Ergo talks about, oh yeah, you should watch The Thing, I'm like, can we just watch the Mighty Max episode? That's basically The Thing. Can I just do that?
Oh, you should definitely watch it. It's good to see like. It's good to see, like, the origins of things, like, where they come from.
But it's spoopy.
The origins of things?
Thing? Ooh. It's not that... I don't know. I was gonna say it's not that scary, but I'm like, maybe I'm not the one to say. Because my,
No,
it's more gross.
Yeah, see, that's the other thing. I don't like gross stuff. Because I remember we were watching Stranger Things, which I can apparently consume Stranger Things. Go figure. But we were watching Stranger Things, and the science teacher, I think, in like the first season, is watching like a movie, and
The Thing.
yeah, he's watching The Thing, and like this dude's face is melting off, and I looked at Ergo and I went, that's The Thing? You want me to watch that? And I was like, absolutely not.
You're like, it'll be a cold day in hell.
Maybe
Literally, because it takes place in Antarctica.
Oh, TJ Maxx.
Oh yeah, I'm doing my plurp McFlirt, and I'm trying to figure. I'm doing the thing where I'm like, I don't know what I want to draw. So I'm just kind of going through.
I feel that.
I want to do something easy, and there's nothing that's easier or harder than anything else. So
I love your Sonic, by the way. I am like
Aw.
Did I
mesmerized by your Sonic.
see? Oh, so yeah, this is like your Sonic Forces character.
Yeah.
Is what it looks like.
No, this
Yeah.
is the character
Did
in
I-
Sonic. Duh.
Did I
Plurp.
watch you play Sonic Forces? Because I feel like I remember Plurp McFlirtin.
No. So this is actually Game
Or have you-
Grumps.
Oh.
I knew that name sounded familiar.
Oh,
I knew it.
that's
I
why
knew
I
it.
knew it.
I
Okay,
knew
okay.
it.
Yeah.
Is it-
A Game Grumps animated?
Hell
I
yeah.
guess it is a Game Grumps animated, but no, I mean it just is. I was just like, I mean, I wasn't gonna like advertise it as such. I just really
Yeah.
liked the audio. I thought it was so funny, so I was
Mhm.
like, I think it would be cool to animate the Sonic and the Plurp.
I love that, and it's definitely gonna go when it's finished. It is definitely gonna go in my playlist of Game Grumps
Oh.
animated videos that I got.
No, you're so
Heck yeah, because you're awesome. But yeah, like it's wild. I haven't watched like the Game Grumps in like a millennium. It feels like, but I still love watching like those animateds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
One of these days, I need to like
The
get off my
highlights.
butt and watch some of the current stuff that they've done, or at least the Danganronpa ones. But yes, I still love end quote Prilosec. I saw somebody with a freaking no, I saw it on their community tab. They have like a shirt or like a cup. They have a cup. It's like don't talk to me until I consume Prilosec, and it made me laugh because I was like, I know what that's from. I know that one.
That's so
funny.
silly. They have a lot of like silly
Hell
little
yeah.
munches.
They do. But yeah, Ergo, what is your favorite animation?
Oh god.
See, I know it's hard. Like honestly, Yu Yu
I
Hakusho is
am-
my biased one, but Avatar might be the actual answer for me. If not, maybe Bluey. I don't know, but Avatar is so freaking good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And Batman the
That
animated
may be-
series. Oh shit, this is so hard.
Yeah, Avatar would maybe be my answer.
Mhm.
Either that or I'm looking over at my shelf.
You're like, what is the
Um,
media I consume? Oh yeah, the 80s
What
and
do I have?
90s were the cartoons made for toy advertisement era. They
Oh, yeah.
literally had to
Yeah.
That
make
was
a
like literally
law.
all of them.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
to make a law about it. They were like, you can't do this.
Yeah.
You gotta stop,
Well,
bruh.
wait, wasn't it the other way around? That because like,
They like make more.
well, it was the reason there were so many was because they removed the laws about advertising to children
Uh-uh.
or something like that. But then I think okay, and then there was
I
like a
can't-
law about how they needed to have an educational component, and that's the reason why so many cartoons from that era had like the Sonic Says kind of things at the end.
Mhm.
Was because they legally had to. Yeah. They legally had to be like, there needs to be some kind of educational component to the show.
That's fair. What about He-Man, guys? Batman Beyond. I liked Batman
Oh
Beyond.
yeah, that was.
I never watched
Are you
He-Man.
looking at?
He-Man.
Grezzy brought up the Children's Television Act of 1990 limits commercial time during children's program. Well, that's commercial time.
Oh,
Not allowed to show more than 12 minutes of commercials.
damn. Sorry. That was what I get for looking at the first thing that popped up on my phone. I was like, I Googled it. Here you go.
Yeah, because like, because I know that like
Oh. That
Hasbro
one
had
maybe.
like all the damn
Yeah.
GI Joe and the Milo Pony and stuff, and
Little Pony.
I'm like that was
He-Man
like,
also Hasbro?
yes, I think it was. I could be wrong, but it was definitely around that era. So I was like, I think that's when they kind of went off the rails, and they were like, "Here, kids, you can own the My Little Pony," and they were like, "Y'all can't be doing
Oh,
that."
Yeah, I remember we watched the Toys That Made Us documentary.
So
And it was
good.
funny how basically all of them were tied to like a cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, and I remember like I think He-Man basically came out of like leftover stuff, like toys that they had. Wasn't that the thing?
I don't
Like,
fully remember.
They kind of just had like leftover stuff, and they kind of like just stuck stuff together to see what would
Sounds
work, and that's how He-Man was born.
I think
Like,
it might be that, or you might also be thinking about how in that like documentary series, a lot of the times when they made toys, like they did just take other parts from other toys to create the models.
Because it was like making new molds was the most expensive part.
Mm-hmm. There was like the G.I. Joe one where they purposely deformed the thumb to catch counterfeiters or whatever.
Oh,
I think I vaguely remember that. I was like, oh, I remember something about a thumb.
They sued somebody, for like copying it.
They did a thing where they effed up a thumb.
Yeah.
Said no thumb allowed.
No thumb allowed. But Mighty Max, at least, I feel like that one you can argue isn't as bad because that toy didn't sell very well. I don't think so. I don't think it matters. I don't know. I could be wrong. It was the Polly Pocket for boys.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I love like the toys I'm looking at that are like it's like Polly Pocket, but they did it. Yeah, it's exactly that. It looks like Polly Pocket for boys.
But it's cool.
Yeah,
because it's like the mini. They're like miniature toys. Yeah.
They are cool.
I think I had a really cool Mighty Max one. I think it was like I think it was shaped like a dragon's head, and it was like the bad guy's base or something, and then it would like open up and shit.
Bitchin'. Cool. Anyway. What were you saying, Jared?
No, I think I was just saying this looks really cool. I never watched Mighty Max. I had not heard of it until y'all just mentioned it, and I had to Google it to look at it. It is the most Saturday morning looking cartoon. It's like
Europe.
It is cool looking, but yeah, like this is like they boiled everything in like Saturday morning cartoons. They took the essence, and that's this show.
Mm-hmm.
The theme song is so freaking rad. Like it's got the best guitar riff. It's like oh god, oh man, I love it. I know I just sounded like a dying cat when I did that, but it's really good. Do yourself a favor and look up the Mighty Max intro. It's really good.
Look it up.
Da-na-na-na, da-na. Anyway, I was told not to watch that show as a child because it was on the Sci-Fi Channel, and I was afraid of everything under the sun. So my mom was doing it to protect me because she thought I would get nightmares from it. But I had a crush on Max, so I was just like, "Oh, look, it's Max! I love him."
No, that's so sweet. Yeah, I mean, your mom was probably right because, like, if even if you saw the cartoon and then it was like, oh. Now it's like the commercial for like some other thing. Like you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna watch my silly little cartoon, and the cartoon might not scare you, but since it's on Sci-Fi, you'll see like cartoon for like fucking Battlegate or whatever, and there's like a scary monster. So I definitely
100%. 100%. And actually, oh shoot, I was gonna say a thing, and now watching Ergo distracted me. Hang on, because he's Googling.
I'm about to buy some Mighty Max toys on eBay.
Don't mind me.
Stop distracting
I'm about to
me.
buy all the toys that got sold in garage sales or whatever.
Oh, I remember one of the things, because when we were talking about because 100% what you said, Tirif, is exactly why my mom had that thought, where she was like, nope, because it's on the Sci-Fi Channel, you'll find some other shit that'll freak you the hell out. But when I refound the show, because I only had a small memory of it, and I was like, hey, to my friends in art class one time, I was like, there's this show that I remember watching. It has this dude, and he had a hat on, and there was a bird on his head, and he walked through a freezer, and then he ended up in some weird place because I think he walked through a portal. And then my friend was like, oh yeah, I think that's Mighty Max. And I was like, oh, what? And so I looked it up, and while I was watching it, I'm like, I wonder why I wasn't allowed to watch this show. This looks fine. And then the main villain, who's voiced by Tim Curry, by the way, so amazing. Hell yeah! And his name is Skullmaster. Anyway, he said this, and I quote. He was like, "I will suck the marrow from your bones," and I was like,
God.
I was like, this might be why I wasn't allowed to watch this show, because he was talking about straight up murdering this kid. It was funny.
That is crazy. I can't. I guess wild. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, people are like, the cartoons aren't what they used to be, and I'm like, yeah, maybe they shouldn't be.
I mean, I don't know about you. I want to hear that line in another show. Come on.
I definitely do, but like, I'm also like not a small child.
I mean, I don't know.
Fair point.
I feel like there are like modern animated shows do still end up going more like mature and whatever.
At first, I thought you were going to say that are good. And I mean, I guess say
they're
like good, but then that's not gritty.
maybe I'm just thinking of ones that are aimed maybe more at teens than like little kids.
Probably.
Which I feel like Mighty Max was probably maybe around like the 10 age range for target audience.
I would say.
So maybe sucking bone marrow was maybe a little bit much for that.
Yeah, like rated not PG, but like rated 7, or whatever, because they're like. Yeah, they're like, not all kids can watch this. 7 maybe, and then
7-year-olds can be threatened with having their bone marrow sucked out.
Exactly.
They're fine.
That's
by a skeleton man.
Yes.
Voiced by Tim Curry.
Hell yeah, I love it. But Ergo, did you ever definitely say what your favorite one is? Again, I know we both were not like really able to give a definitive. Is that the one you said?
Probably Avatar, because like. There is Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, like, it's actually been, like, a long time since I watched Cowboy Bebop. Like, it's not something that I just bring up that often. Because I think it's also something, because it's such, like, a moody show, you have to be in the mood to watch it.
Hey, you want to cry? Go ahead. Watch me.
Yeah.
Yeah. With Avatar, there's laughs, there's tears, there's fears. Fears for fears. It's a bad
everybody wants to rule the world.
Exactly.
Literally, like the Fire Lord. Anyway. But yeah,
no, it's great. It's a great Avatar is pretty dang peak. Although I feel like since we are watching Tira animate a Sonic, I feel like I do have to say Sonic is pretty rad. Now, Sonic. Well, here's the thing. Sonic Adventures was it was a colorful vomit mess of a lot of weird stuff, and not all of it was good. Because I remember we watched that compilation of like Saturday morning cartoons, and that one was on there, and I was like, oh wow,
because that was the one that was just. You're talking about the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Is that what I not said? What did I say?
I think you just said Sonic Adventures.
Adventure.
Oh, so maybe that's a different...
The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Is that a different?
That's the one that's where it's like a, not like Luke.
Do.
Yeah. The one where it's just like an episodic whatever.
Yeah.
Like
it's
nonsense.
The one that has the Sonic Says, I think.
Yeah. Which that is pretty dope. Some of those were funny as heck. But
then there was the one that I think was just called Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sonic Saturday Morning.
Everyone calls it Saturday Morning.
Yeah, Saturday Morning.
That's not like officially the title, but that's what everybody calls it.
It was no good.
Because that was the one that actually had like an ongoing storyline.
It was great. It was so good.
Where they were like the Resistance is fighting Eggman.
I like
never actually watched that.
It's so good. Oh my gosh, I recommend it. The theme song also slaps.
Was it that one? That one's actually not that long, right? I think it's only like one season, like 20 something.
I don't know, because I do know that it got canceled at one point. I won't spoil anything, but they did a thing, and then like one of the bad guys is gone, and then all of a sudden, oh no, the guy working for him, he's gonna be the bad guy now.
Oh yeah, did it end on like a cliffhanger?
I think it did. It ended up on a cliffhanger. But
then after that was Sonic Underground, right?
Oh yeah,
which was the one where he's in
Sonic Underground.
Yeah, where Sonic is like a prince, and he has 2 siblings because their mom is a queen. And it's like, okay, but this is just its whole own canon. Huh?
Hell yeah!
It's awesome.
Yeah, they're in a band.
I love it.
Sonic Underground.
And then there was Sonic X. Which is
Sonic X.
The anime one, which is probably the one that's like closest to the actual games and
canon.
stuff. Well, yeah, I guess the Sonic Adventure specifically.
Yeah,
Sonic X is pretty fun.
Dreamcast era.
I need
Speaking
to
of
watch
theme songs,
Sonic
that one is
X.
also fun.
I have.
Yeah, Sonic X is good. Yeah.
I've only ever seen random episodes that came on TV. I tried one time to sit down and watch it through, but the ADD brain got me because I watched it in the background, so I didn't actually like consume it. And I need to like sit down and be like, I'm watching fucking Sonic X. All right, this is what I'm doing today.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
on my list.
We stopped
You'd
at
probably
Biggs the
enjoy-
Cat. I'm shocked that you would let us stop there.
Oh, and Big
you
the
were
Cat
so
got introduced?
excited about Biggs the Cat.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, he showed up in one episode.
Verge has a girlfriend in that one.
I know.
Oh
it's
yeah,
awesome.
kind of. Yeah. Yeah.
Sonic Adventure
They do.
Rouge is my favorite iteration, and I wish that they would like let her just be a cunty little like double agent. Just let her be that.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to make her. They're like softening her up. They're trying to make her like, oh, she's like one of the team, and she's just like a girly girl. She likes diamonds, and I'm like, no, she's a sabotaging little bitch. Let her be that. Let her be a backstabbing bitch.
Yeah, I love that she just constantly switches sides.
She's Fujiko. Holy shit.
She's Fujiko from
She
Lupin.
is.
Yeah.
She's straight up.
Exactly. Just let her
Fujiko.
be Fujiko.
Let her be Fujiko, please.
I'm just now realizing that probably is actually like the inspiration for her.
That could be, yeah. Honestly, straight up, that might really be.
It's 100% that archetype. It's 100% that. It's great.
And I know we didn't get to it, but there is like I think there is a story arc in Sonic X where they just do Sonic Adventure 2.
Oh, really?
They're just like they're like, we're just gonna do the plot of Sonic Adventure 2. Here's Shadow. Like, here's Maria. Here's the getting
Shadow.
And it's like, oh wow.
I will say
that's cool.
I think I said it before, but like I was very like meh on Shadow until like this year, and you know what? I think I am now a Shadow. He's still not my favorite Sonic character, but I definitely like him more than I used to. He's higher up on the list.
Yeah.
Like if a couple years ago I made a favorite Sonic characters, he'd probably be in like, I don't know, like C or D tier. I'm just like, he's fine. But I think I would move him up to like B or A.
Nice.
Yeah,
he's
I feel like he's
gone
one
up
where
for
you
me.
just kind of just have to like embrace like the cringe or whatever.
He's
Like,
B for bad
it's just
mother.
like
Anyway, I just had that in my head and I wanted to get it out. Go ahead.
It was
Bud.
it's just
good,
like,
I
yeah,
loved it.
he's edgy and dark, and that's fun.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
got rocket shoes.
it's just rad. He's cool as hell. I'm sorry. Like, and if you like Sonic, then you're not going in with like, this is a very serious thing, okay?
Yeah.
You have like a blue fast hedgehog that's like running around. Like you're already in the camp, right? Like you're like, this is gonna be goofy. So if you're like looking at Shadow and you're like, I don't know, he's too edgy. I'm like, I don't know what you think you're watching. This is Sonic.
Speaking of Sonic, it reminded me. If I don't know how familiar, are you familiar with Brian David Gilbert?
I know one song of his.
Okay.
So
that's
my
right. He does do a lot
knowledge.
of music. Yeah. Sweet. So yeah, he does have a lot of good music stuff, which I do enjoy. But he did for Polygon, which apparently some weird stuff is going on with Polygon right now from what I saw in headlines. So I don't know what's going on with Polygon, but back when he was on Polygon, I don't know. I guess it was fine. Anyway, he did this show called Unraveled, where he did like a bunch of weird deep dives into shit. Like he would be like, this is the hottest like Dark Souls, or like this would be the best like actual work boss in like whatever game.
Or he was like, if game bosses were actual work bosses or whatever.
And then like OSHA violations in Smash Brothers, like stuff like that.
That's pretty funny.
And it is pretty fun. I recommend like watching the playlist of it. It's pretty fun. But he did one about Sonic and like going into the original like Sonic Bible, like the story
Bible.
And did you know like their show Bible or like game Bible, whatever. Like when they were,
okay,
not a
okay.
Bible. Yeah.
I should have
Like
known
the
better.
official,
Like
No,
their
official lore,
yeah.
the
Okay.
canon.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Oh, did you know that Sonic's name, at least in that, was gonna be Sonny? His name was Sonny the
Oh.
Hedgehog. Yeah.
That's
And
cool.
he and his family ate scraps from fast food restaurants or whatever the fuck, and his dad got killed or whatever
Oh my
because of
God.
nuclear waste.
Oh
Yeah,
my
so like that's where
God.
the environmental shit happened. And then Eggman was his friend. He was like the scientist, whatever, and like Sonic worked with him because like they were trying to stop pollution. And then fucking
And then he
Eggman
got
got turned into
Jokered.
Eggman. Yeah, he ended up getting
That's
Jokerfied
crazy.
because of a rotten egg in the machine. And because like he got transformed into the Eggman we know because of the rotten egg in the machine. And so he's like,
Nah.
"Oh my gosh, look at this tension. You know, they used to be friends, you know. Oh no."
I love
And then
that.
apparently Sonic also canonically would help out in the knitting circles by giving quills to little old ladies in the quilting circle.
That is so
Something
sweet.
like that. It was funny and cute. It was funny because I remember Brian going, "Where's my quilting game? I want my quilting Sonic game." But yeah, do you remember
surprised
anything
there
else from that,
isn't
Ergo? I know, right? You would
I think
think.
that's basically it.
I think I hit the funny stuff. I think the interesting stuff. But yeah,
It is
it's
funny
a weird one for sure.
From that, and then from like when I did the Sonic like choose your own adventure books, how like literally it seemed like the like American writers really took the egg part of Eggman literally. So they were always like, "Oh, he smells like eggs, and he loves to eat eggs," and it's like, no, he's just called that because he's kind of shaped like an egg. Like
no.
like
How dare you?
How do you think he got that shape, Ergo? It's because he eats nothing but eggs.
You are
Duh,
what you eat.
that's how. Exactly. That is kind of funny though that they just harped on that
Yeah.
one singular element. That's pretty funny.
they're like, we don't know what else to do with him.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So sorry, I just saw you like popping between the frames, and in one of them it looks like Sonic is like about to poop on the floor
Yeah.
Him
because he was
pooping.
just squatting.
Him pooping.
Sonic, he's the potty squad or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Squatty
It's-
potty. There you go. Squatty potty.
It's only there for frames, but yeah, I thought so when I drew it too. I'm like, homie's about to just like rip ass right here. But
Heck yes.
yeah, it's just him jump away.
Turn into a bean.
He does turn into a bean. He does canonically turn into a bean. That's
A
him
bean
getting
tween.
Sonic's
That's an
bean
animation
machine.
joke.
A bean tween.
Bean machine. Yeah, I heard bean tween. It was like that. I'm just imagining a tween like going to like school and is a bean. I don't know.
Tween is short for in between frame.
Oh
You were
yeah,
thinking
That's
of like
been
a
Sonic
TV
Says.
bopper.
I 100% was, but I do know about in betweens. I do know about that. But I'll also say I know we're still talking about the favorite animation ones, and we've kind of like been talking about like series and stuff.
That's okay.
Movies, like in terms of animated movies, I don't know what I would pick. Like a part of me is like because I grew up watching Disney movies, so there's a part of me that's like, like there's so many good ones from back when I was young, and there's good ones now, I guess, but the companies, I want to kick them off a cliff, technically. That's my personal feeling. But
I'm gonna kick them off the cliff.
Technically.
yeah, technically,
With like a robot leg.
exactly.
Just like get the right angle, be like, all right, stand right there, and I'm gonna get my machine out and
very methodically and technically push you off a cliff. The whole Disney Corporation. But what was I going to say? Don't hurt yourself. You're doing what I do, and you're fidgeting.
Yeah.
You're like, oh no. But like, I also consume so much like Ghibli content and like other like animated movies from like smaller companies or like still big companies, but they're not like say like Disney. They might have gotten bought out by Disney.
Like a Cartoon Saloon or like older
Yeah.
Fox animations or
Yes. Oh,
yeah.
but when you said Cartoon Saloon, oh my gosh, I don't know if I would like consider them like my faves. Like I watch them all the time, but I think about them a lot. Secret of Kells,
Secret of Kells is
so
really good.
beautiful. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. It's so like the way they do those intricate like I'm a layman, so I'm probably gonna say this wrong, but like
No,
the
you're good.
different like Celtic the Celtic like letter designs and whatnot. Like I don't know if there's a specific term for it or anything, but like the way they do that, like it's so pretty. It's so good, and I love the design of the girl. Oh gosh, Aslan. Not that's the lion. Fuck. I don't remember her
I
name, but I
can't
think it
remember
starts
her
with an
name. It
A.
does. It's like Ash. I'll Google her.
Yeah.
Girl. Her name starts with an A. Aisling.
Oh, okay. There we go. I mean, in my defense, it does kind of sound like Aslan if you're like
Yeah.
saying it, weird. So in my defense, I guess maybe that was close. But yeah, her design is really cool. Like I just, it's so good. And then Song of the Sea is really good too.
I love Song of the Sea, but
I-
I've always loved Selkies. I love
Yeah.
seals. I love Selkies. I love their whole thing. They're so cute because I love little seals.
I remember your oh my gosh, your Tear-October, the one that you did, the Goretober, that you did with the Selkie design. And when you were saying they're so cute, and then I flashed back to your like somber looking like, because I think it was like done in like grayer color scale or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like oozing off of you, and I was like, ah, yes, so cute, but also
That's
so
me,
cool.
though.
No, so
me
valid.
sitting here drawing like Eldritch Horrors, and I love this, and I love this, and it's so cute.
Hell yeah, it's so cute. But yeah, no, Selkies are really cool. And I like music a lot, as you can tell, because I keep talking about theme songs.
Mhm.
But the song from Song of the Sea that they do in the end, so good, so good. I love that song. But what I was gonna say, Song of the Sea actually makes me think of an embarrassing moment that I had on the interwebs.
Oh no.
I got the title confused with the Ghibli movie. Oh shit, was the one with the dragon that I was really excited to see, and then it was bad.
Song? No, but not.
Yeah, right.
No, Tales of Earth.
Tales of the Sea. For some reason, I had it in my head as Song of the Sea, because I guess it has sea in it, so it just got me confused. And I remember I ranted about it, and I was like, oh yeah, I can't stand this movie. Like, I was so excited for it. I cried watching the trailer, and then I saw it, and then I didn't like it, and it was bad. And I sound like Jenny Nicholson all of a sudden. It was bad. I hated it. And then one of my friends commented and was like, "Oh, I really like that movie. I think it's beautiful." And I was like,
You're
fuck,
wrong.
wrong movie. Oh shit. Like I commented back and went, "Oh my god, no, I love that movie. I was thinking of a different movie with C in it." So it sounded like I was like going, no, I do love that movie. But in reality, I'm like, no, I really just got the movie confused, and the one that they liked, I did like, because that was the Cartoon Saloon one.
It
and
just
I do
like
that
came
one.
across as you were like trying to save face, but really you were just confused.
Yeah, I was like, I'm old man screaming at cloud.
Oh,
I don't know.
I thought you meant Song of the South.
No,
Oh no!
oh no! Oh no! Oh gee,
Not
Willikers,
that.
no! Oh boy! I
Like, don't
mean,
remember
the
there being a lot
animation
of
for some of the
cartoons.
secrets is. The animation in some of those apparently are kind of neat. Like I've seen some clips of the cartoon parts of that. Some other elements I've seen where I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
no, okay, I see why this is never leaving the vault. It should
Yeah.
stay there. But yeah,
I do
When
have
they rethemed that
conflicting.
ride.
Good.
I have conflicting opinions about like keeping stuff like that in the vault. I don't think it should be.
Yeah.
I think it should be available with context.
Yeah.
Yes, no, that's very true.
I don't, because I'm
Let's
like,
be like, oh, just cover it up. we
yeah,
didn't
I
do it.
don't really
Wasn't
want.
us? What you talking about?
Yeah, I don't want cover up. I do want. But I'm like, you know, you look it in the face and acknowledge that you did this. All right.
Yes.
From a different time.
Yes.
I don't care. Like, you still did it, and it's still like, I feel like a piece of history. But it's like,
Yes.
it doesn't, you know, it doesn't need to be on the front page of Disney Plus. You know, like it doesn't need to be
Exactly.
God.
like if you wanted to find it, you can find it, but like it doesn't need to be like this is our number one awesome perfect piece of media.
Yeah.
That-
Did they finally put that in front of Peter Pan? I think they did.
What?
I could be wrong.
I think so.
I
I think most of the older
Indian
Disney
Indian depictions in Peter Pan.
Yep.
And I feel like I recall that they did put a disclaimer at the beginning, but I could be wrong. Because I am glad that they do that in some things, but I also agree with you in terms of like Song of the South. I probably would not go out of my way to go watch it if it was available, but you are so right. It shouldn't be like, say, locked, like truly locked in the vault. Like I understand if they're not going to come out and like make a Blu-ray, like, oh, it's Blu-ray of Song of the South, you know, oh, it's the whatever anniversary.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to do that, but and they really shouldn't, because there's no point really. But
I remember,
in terms of making it accessible, yes, people need to see that it did exist and that there are certain issues with it. Like there could be companion things to like go, this is why that depiction may not be, you know, good, you know, stuff like that. Some things to keep in mind.
wasn't there something we watched on Disney Plus that we were confused? Like it had the note about like
a disclaimer, but then like nothing.
we were
was
like,
really
wait,
obvious.
why is this? Wasn't it? It was Recess. Oh, I think it was because
Recess?
the kindergartners. The kindergartners are portrayed as like natives.
Maybe.
Yeah, they're portrayed as like tribal.
They
Yeah.
are.
I think
yes.
that's what it was.
That
yeah.
might have been it.
That makes
That might have been
sense.
it. Also,
Which I always
Recess is so
interpreted-
good.
I always interpreted that more
Kindergarten.
as like cavemen, but you know,
That's
Yeah.
true, but yeah,
I can see.
because they are like unruly and whatnot. So yeah,
Yeah.
that is not a good depiction. Yeah, but Recess as a show slaps. I
That's a good
fucking,
anime.
fucking love Recess. Oh my
Yeah.
god, love it, love it, love it, love it. Watched it around the same time as Hey Arnold. Had a great time. Loved those shows.
Yeah.
Did
Good
you
shows.
sit down and do like a full like revisiting of like some of those older cartoons? 'Cause you
I
said
don't
you
think
watched
we
it
watched a
around
lot
the
of it.
same-
We didn't watch the whole thing. We watched like the first season of Recess, I think.
Oh, so I was kind of talking about in general, just like as a kid watching them. Like I think I watched it around the same time. But that being said, yeah, ergo we were watching some of Recess
Yeah.
like a couple of years ago, like maybe 2 or 3,
Yeah.
where we were like, oh, this is on the Disney Plus. Let's watch it. But you know what's not on Disney Plus? The good Buzz Lightyear, the show, the one that
Yeah.
was really good.
Oh, Star
and fun.
Command. We had
Yeah.
we used to have the VHS of I guess like its flagship movie to
Well, the
like
pilot, right?
is it a pilot?
Yes.
They released the pilot as a movie. Yeah.
Oh,
They did.
Well, I
it was, like, multi-part.
fucked with that
Yeah.
hard. That it was so good because it was like
Yeah.
it's like how he ends up meeting the like team that ends up being his final people
Mhm.
in the show,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
it talked about him like getting betrayed by his former partner, and
Mhm.
so good.
It's
I,
good.
I didn't know if it was.
It's-
I didn't know it was a
Yeah.
pilot. I thought it was just like, oh, this is what started it all. Like how Jimmy
No,
Neutron.
yeah, it's a whole
did,
series.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Jimmy
Yeah. Oh,
Neutron,
yeah.
Jimmy
freaking
Neutron started
did
as a
that.
movie.
Oh yeah, and then
and then it became
there was
a show.
series. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
I remember renting that movie, the Star Command movie, freaking Blockbuster. We rented that movie. Yeah, it dates me. Anyway, we watched that, and I remember when I was watching Defunct Land cover it, because they covered that in their Defunct Land TV like series that they did, and he had referenced that they got the voice of Buzz from the movie to do the voice for the pilot movie, but Patrick Warburton was the actual voice for the whole like show. Like I think he also did the pilot, but then they like went, we're gonna get
then they went and got
because
Tim
we're
Allen.
gonna release it into a movie for money. Like let's go ahead and get him in there.
Honestly, I would have been fine if they just replaced Tim Allen in the movies too. Just replace him with Patrick Warburton.
Patrick Warburton.
As far as I know, he's not problematic.
Yeah. He's Krunk. Like, please don't take Krunk away from me, please. I know I need him.
Can I have anything on this bitch of an earth?
Yes, please.
I think he has
a Weird Al, Krunk, so many weird peoples.
I think he has a better voice for Buzz Lightyear anyway, too.
I mean, I'm a little biased. I do like the voice that Tim Allen gives him. I mean, it's Tim Allen as a person, but I like his voice. Yeah.
Yeah. Do have nostalgic for it, but I do feel like Patrick Warburton's voice fits a little more because he gets the like himbo.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the himbo vibes of Buzz Lightyear.
I tried to do
Buzz Lightyear. Noted himbo.
I mean, he is.
I mean, not wrong, but it's like, here's the thing: is like, I don't think like if I was like making a himbo tier list, I don't think that Buzz Lightyear showing up would send me aback. I'd be like,
I'd be like, who the fuck?
I'd be like, yeah. Okay, like I'd have to think about it, but I'd be like, I don't. That's not my go-to himbo example.
I agree with Tirif. I also wouldn't immediately consider him a himbo, but you're not completely wrong. You're not wrong. But like in terms of Patrick Warburton characters that he has voiced,
I mean,
immediately
also Krunk,
the most himbo I know.
Krunk would be on the S tier on the tier.
Oh yeah, and I'm one of those three, right?
Yeah,
freaking love Krunk. Oh my god.
Krunk is the poster boy.
Yeah, he is. He's the poster boy for himbos. And I'm sure we could make this whole conversation our favorite himbos. But if we're gonna look at your list, we could skip and say favorite animation. There's too many to choose. There's so many good ones. Watch yourself some Cartoon Saloon. Have yourself a good time.
Speaking of Krunk, Emperor's New Groove.
Emperor's New Groove, so good. The fact
good.
that was going to be a traditional Disney movie and then it wasn't.
And then they
it's so funny to
more
me.
of a comedy.
Yes, it's so wild.
Because it's one of the I think that is one of the funniest movies ever made.
I quote it.
It's so funny. Yeah,
I quote it all the time.
Can't you really quote the whole movie? Didn't you say that at one point?
I said that at one point, and then people tried to make me, and then I'm like, oh, shit, I actually can't. But like, if you get me on a scene, I usually can go through most of the scene because I've watched that movie so many gosh dang times, and it's so freaking funny to me. Yzma's song that they cut because it wasn't like it was the original.
Light.
Yes,
I said it made it in somewhere.
It wouldn't have made sense for the movie they made. Like it wouldn't have worked for that.
They still could. They could have fit it in there some.
Bonus feature. I want that on my DVD.
They could have maybe like spiced up a little. Have like Kronk do some little like interruptions or something, or to make it goofy. I don't know.
That would have been fun. But here, one of your other questions, Tirif. What is your most recently watched that you enjoy? So, ergo, I'll ask you, what is your most, because you've been watching a lot of anime. I've turned over and you're constantly watching like Slayers or some shit, which I say it like it's a bad thing. It's good. I like it. I like turning over and I'm like, I've not seen that, but it looks good.
I mean, I guess I just watched the Power Ranger Isekai.
Power Ranger
have you heard
Isekai?
Yes.
See, I was just about to ask if Tirif knew. They do not.
The Red Ranger becomes a hero in another world, or adventurer in another world. Yeah, that was pretty good. That's like a solid B-.
It's literally called The Red Ranger Becomes an Adventurer in Another World. That's crazy.
That is the title.
That's crazy.
These long-ass titles gotta stop, y'all.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it because it was pretty silly, but it has some good like heartfelt moments in there too.
Yeah.
So it's not just like total like farce. So yeah, I thought it was pretty good. And I think like I was surprised at how much Power Ranger, or I guess technically Sentai, I guess would be the actual term, stuff was in there. Like, because it does like with a lot of isekai stuff, they're just like, okay, I'm in the new world and everything is just about the new world. But like there was like a ton of flashbacks and stuff because they format it like he is literally a character from a show. And so when they do flashbacks to his life as a Power Ranger, it'll say like what episode it was from in the like fictional show that he came from. So it's like you're almost like watching two shows at the same time. I'm like, this is like actually kind of interesting. Because it'll be like flashback to episode 3, the origin of the Bond Rangers. Like
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah.
Like they keep consistent in like that the dual world building.
yeah, and then like because there's like a whole thing where it's like, oh, there was like one of the Rangers, like one of the Rangers died, and that like made him really sad and stuff. And then he has transforms into his like evil dark Ranger form and stuff.
Is he like the Crimson Ranger because it's darker red?
I think he just transforms. I think he just says the Black Ranger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I was gonna be like, what's the Maroon Ranger now, bitch? Because I'm morose.
Yeah, and then it's just funny because then he's doing all of this Power Ranger stuff, and there's just like this super generic fantasy world that he's, which actually does kind of get fleshed out, is kind of interesting. So I'm like, okay, it was fun. It was like a solid B.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
I upgraded it from I know I said B- like earlier.
See,
it's a B.
I know we have the like anime book club thing that we like kind of do. Is that one that you would actually recommend? Like, I mean, I know we're not watching that like now or anything, but like, is that one that you would recommend people watch? Like, you think it's cool?
Yeah.
Cool.
Because
it sounds neat. It does. I don't watch a lot of the isekais. It is funny though. We did discuss how Yu Yu Hakusho is basically no. It could have been.
I mean, not
Yusuke
until...
could have been isekai. He could have been. He did get hit by a truck or by a car. Sorry, by car-kun, not truck-kun.
Yeah, the only thing you could say is that just I guess technically there are parts where he goes to the demon world.
Yeah.
But
So
that's not isekai implies
not-
that you are
another-
stuck. You're stuck in another world.
I think I was getting confused with the time we had a conversation with what if Yusuke got isekai'd. Like, I think we had that conversation. Like, he gets hit by the car and he's dead.
If Yusuke got sent to a generic fantasy world and had to be an adventurer and
I
stuff,
think that's what we were talking about. That sounds more accurate.
I would watch that.
Because as I was saying it, I was like,
funny.
no, it's not an isekai.
Just this punk teenager in another world and he's just beating people.
I'm actually kind of shocked they haven't done that. Or maybe they have. It's just not with him. But what were you gonna say, Tiff?
No, I was saying that would be funny as hell. Cause he's such a little punk ass. That just seeing him like he's like, just like if you put him in a fantasy land, he'd just be like, why do you look like that? Like he's such a little wiener. Like it would just I can just see it being very funny.
I could too. I like it. Somebody's got to write that. I'm writing too many fan fictions as it is. Somebody's got to write it. It just can't be me. Maybe one day.
Delinquent put in isekai.
Delinquent in another world.
Yeah, delinquent in another world, and also he can use the spirit gun. You gotta make the title extremely long. You gotta keep going until you're out of breath. That's how you know you have an isekai title.
Yeah. Isekais are crazy.
They are. And then
I do enjoy the ones that have just the like where they just take it and they give it like a wacky premise, like the Power Ranger thing.
Yeah,
that seems
you watch
fun.
a lot of those.
There's one where somebody they got reincarnated as a vending machine.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know if that one's actually any good, but
weren't our friends talking about that one?
I think so.
Yes. Yeah. Our friends were talking about that one. And it sounded weird.
I know nothing about it. I'm like
same.
I was like, oh, so this is where we are.
So just keep throwing stuff at the wall.
Hey, vending machine is still better than the cat one that you told me about.
Oh,
I don't know if was he isekai in that one?
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't even need to.
Yeah, nobody look that up. You're fine. If you look up cat isekai, no, you don't. Don't. It's not. Don't do it. Don't do it.
There's a lot of bad ones.
I still think the two.
Yeah.
I think the two like kings of isekai are ReZero and Konosuba.
I watched some of ReZero with you, and it is
you watched the first one.
I refresh my memory, ergo. Did I hate that guy? Because I feel like I hated that guy, the main character. Didn't I hate him for like a majority of the series until at some point? I think he kept doing and saying things.
There was one specific arc.
I think so.
There was a point where he gets really shitty.
Yes.
But then he has, which is what I like about him, is that he kind of is shitty, and then he has character development.
Yes.
That's just so rare in like anime, even.
He actually grows. Yeah,
he grows as a character.
already
he's just
perfect.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, that's crazy.
I'm like, I like, yeah,
In
that's
this
why I like
economy?
Subaru. I think he's like actually good. I feel like Subaru is like a good, like,
Is that his name?
yeah,
So now I'm thinking of the
yeah,
car. I'm sorry.
yeah,
Anyway, go ahead.
is a good like
Uh-huh.
version of like the generic anime protagonist where
Mhm.
that you see all the time nowadays, where it's just like generic short-haired brown
Yeah,
haired
yeah,
guy or whatever.
Twink,
But then
yeah.
they actually make him interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
But yeah, I do remember him being extremely shitty, and I hated his guts.
Yeah.
I'm like, I hate this guy. I hate him
Yeah.
so much. And then,
but then he literally dies multiple times.
and you're like, good. I mean, no.
He goes through a lot.
He grows. He does grow. I apparently am still subconsciously holding on to me hating him because you're saying, oh no, he grows, he gets better, and I'm like, I must not have remembered that.
It's like that Pro ZD sketch where he's like, the Pro ZD sketch where he's like, oh, when you're trying to introduce your friend to your favorite anime character,
Yeah.
and then the character is just going like, oh, I'm so scared, I'm gonna run away, and it's like, oh, this guy sucks. Like, no, he gets better. Oh, I'm so scared, I'm peeing and pooping my pants at the same time. Oh man, no, he gets just wait until episode 50.
It's
No,
great.
not 50.
Poop everywhere. There's pee and poop everywhere. Jesus. And we both said that we thought that was probably about Usopp because he likes One Piece so much.
Yeah, I feel like he was talking about Usopp. Yeah.
Not Usopp.
Yeah.
There's pee and poop everywhere.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, he's like wearing a party hat. He's like,
Yeah. He has one of those twirly propeller hats.
some shit like that. Pro CD sketches are great. But
Yeah.
anyway, I want to watch Cherub anime since we're talking about animation. I
You
wish
wanna watch
Cherub
what?
anime was exactly
That's like
a skit he did making
a
fun of Cherub
series.
animes.
It's like yeah.
Yeah.
And then he like keeps bringing it. It's one of those things where he has like an expanded universe
Yeah.
in his skits.
Yep.
Where he keeps bringing back Cherub anime and different like.
I love it. Because yeah, all the characters that are the love interests are furniture.
Yeah.
So there's
Okay.
like refrigerator senpai, bed senpai
that-
or whatever.
Isn't that game coming out?
Oh,
Oh, you're thinking of date everything?
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, I guess. Spoiler alert: fridge senpai kills lamp senpai or whatever.
God.
Oh no! And I like how he tapes a pink toy gun. With duct
it's
tape
just
to the
taped
refrigerator.
to the refrigerator.
He's like, and he's
then it,
holding
like-
it with this messy
then-
blonde wig, and he's like, "Why did you do it?" And he's like, "You take the shot, Tomoko. You don't have the guts." And she's like, God, I fucking love
And
it.
then like the camera's like zooming in dramatically on the refrigerator door as
Yeah.
he's like telling it. It's just a refrigerator.
I
It's like, do it, take the shot.
Take the shot. I want it to be an anime along with that one with King Dragon.
King Dragon. That
I
needs
want
to
that
be a
to be an
game.
anime too. Yeah, that needs to be a game.
Yeah.
But because it is a
all
game.
of his skits about video games take place inside the same video game.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
crazy.
About like an RPG about trying to kill King Dragon.
Yep. And then there's Sexica and Bradicus and
Not
Shadicus.
Jessica.
Yep. I fight with my breasts.
Oh
Damn it.
no.
Anyway.
Do you need to have Bradicus and Shadicus in the party? He's got a nunchuck with a gun on it. It's cool.
I think I have
I
dialogue
know.
for this scene.
I'm
I'm Lysanderoth's brother. I have unique dialogue for this scene. He
If only my baby brother Gunther could see me now.
just mentioned me. Put me in the party.
Damn it. Ugh, shit.
That's crazy. I'm not as familiar with Pro ZD's work. I've only seen a couple skits.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that deep.
Yeah.
That's
I
good,
like
though. He's got
watching
his own
some
little world
compilations
going
from
on.
time. He do. And he's a voice actor, so he does a lot of cool stuff. And Ergo and I constantly talk about how we like his like very frank attitude about things. He's like, no, that sucks. No, this shit.
Oh, because he does
No.
just like food reviews. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was eating
This
goldfish
sucks.
one time. He's like, this is bland. I hate this. Oh my god, this sucks. And then I'm like, oh, I love goldfish, but yeah, it is kind of bland. I get it. I
I
totally
like
get
it.
it. I understand. I
I
get
like-
you, King.
I like the taste of salt and cracker, and that's a goldfish.
Me too. Me too.
I will just eat
Um.
a a pack of crackers? Like a sleeve? I will eat just a sleeve of crackers.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, eating crackers is always great. When I said you too, it reminded me of so like I haven't really mentioned like any like animations on YouTube, and technically this isn't like a series or anything, but it's like the story time animations. Ice Cream Sandwich is really funny. And I like his little doodle animated like guy. Like he's that like the 3-pronged hair thing, and he's just like a stick figure with a shirt. And just the way that he and his team like animate it is really fucking funny. But like, because I remember there was a part in like one where they were talking about work, and he was talking about a job that he had working at the post office, and he was like, "Yeah, me sitting there going, I want to go home," and then his coworker goes, "Yeah, me too." Yeah, we're best friends. we hate work. Yeah, you too.
Bro,
Anyway.
work really is like a trauma bonding session. On God.
It really is. When you were telling us before, like how like many hours you were working this week, I was like, oh my god, my insides are like hurting for you. Like that blows. That
It's
sucks
okay.
so bad. There was like maybe 2 weeks in my whole life where I've had to work 60 hours, and that was when I was. I don't think that was combined. I think it was in total like 1 week. It was like 60 hours, and that was because I was like building a store, and
Oh,
it was
wow.
like, it was oh my god. I don't think I'll do that again because I personally don't think I got paid enough for it. But like it was like 12-hour shifts almost like every day, and
Ugh.
I hated it. I was like
Bless.
constantly just lying down like on my bed
clopins.
as soon as I got home.
Just bleh.
Here.
It sucks because
clopins.
it's
Oh,
like you do nothing. You're like, I am
Yep.
working and sleeping, and that's it. Sometimes maybe I
Yep.
might eat
Yeah.
if I'm lucky.
Exactly. And that's
No, I get it.
That's actually kind of why I stay up so exorbitantly late on my days off, is because I'm like, this
you
is
want
my
to
time,
be able
mother.
to do something. Like, please.
Yes!
I am a
Yes!
man. I need to do more
Yes!
than just sleep and work.
That's right. I need to write my smut and not smut and draw things and other stuff. That's what I need to do.
I need some sort of fulfillment. By God.
Yeah. Watch a lot of YouTube. That's basically a lot of what I do. And it's usually the same
Valid
shit, which I
and
feel
fair.
bad. Yeah, which I appreciate, because I do feel bad. There are like animated things like on YouTube especially that I'm like, I should watch that. I keep hearing about how this series is good, like Digital Circus, and then I fucking never watch it. And I'm like,
That's so fair.
I should though, but I don't. Have you ever watched that one, by the way, Tira?
I have.
The Amazing Digital Circus?
Yeah.
Is it good? Like, do you like it?
So I have mixed feelings about it. I think that it's good. I think that I think it's good overall. I think that YouTube shows in general, especially ones from Glitch Entertainment, are incredibly like too fast. Like things are just happening like bop 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 bop. And I think it's because it is a YouTube show. So they really want you to watch it multiple times to get everything in there, and they really are taking advantage of that. This is speculation. I don't know if this is like intentional, but
Yeah.
based on like how YouTube operates, it benefits from needing to watch it a couple times. And I think a couple of the glitch shows are incredibly fast paced and put a lot into their episodes, so that it almost requires you to watch it multiple times to get all the details and to like pause it and rewind it. And I think that
So that then they get more watch
they
hours.
get more watch hours. That's again,
Yes.
that's not a confirmed thing that the studio does. That just makes sense to me as somebody who's been on YouTube
Yeah.
and somebody who also does animation, and it makes sense. But as a viewer, I'm like, I wish you guys would like slow it down so I can actually like, you know, enjoy this world that you're building, instead of kind of what it feels like is having to adhere to an algorithm almost, which sucks because I'm like, there's so much there that's good, and the voice actors are amazing, and the designs are really fun, and the animation is really good. I'm just like, the storytelling and the narration is so fast. I'm just like, just let me breathe. Let me breathe.
Yeah.
That does.
Yeah.
I feel like that is also just a thing in general for more modern animation, especially aimed at a younger audience.
Oh, because
Is
maybe
that
the attention.
They make it really fast paced, because it reminds me of we watched Troll Hunters a while ago.
Oh yeah. Yes, you're talking about the specific one with the aliens.
Yeah, because we watched Troll Hunters, and then they were like, "Oh, there's like a cinematic universe to it." Because I guess it was going to be like, "Oh, all this weird stuff happens in the same town or whatever." So like, that one was obviously about trolls and stuff, and then the next like series in the universe was about like aliens coming to the same town.
Yeah.
And that one we watched like the first episode, maybe the first two, we could not keep watching.
Yeah.
Because it was so fast paced.
It was.
Every scene was just people constantly talking, like there was no time to breathe.
Yep.
Like it was literally somebody delivering a line, then somebody else delivering a line, somebody else delivering a line, some goofy hijinks happen. Like there's no time to breathe.
Yeah.
And it was like exhausting to watch. Because like Troll Hunters wasn't like that.
It wasn't.
So we were like,
yeah,
what is going on? Like, I don't know if it was like a different director or something, because I know those were Guillermo del Toro was involved with that like series.
The first is really good.
Yeah, Troll Hunters is really good.
Have you ever seen it, Tirith? Troll Hunters, like the first one?
I've heard of it. I had not watched it.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's really good. I feel like I think so.
Oh yeah, what was it?
I think it was on Netflix, right?
We watched it on Netflix, which
it might be on other
Netflix
things.
Property. Okay, I'll.
That's true.
Yeah.
And
I'll put it on my list.
It's somewhere. It's probably somewhere.
I was gonna say we don't got a Netflix no more, so we can't watch that one. But I mean,
you know.
no, if
We
any
could.
FBI agents are listening, oh no, we absolutely can't. I don't know what you're fucking talking about.
Watch it somewhere.
Oh, maybe.
Wink.
Maybe a troll.
Well, I don't even. I genuinely
somewhere
don't
for me
even
to
know
hide.
if it's still on Netflix. That's why I'm saying, because
It
they
may
got
not
rid
be.
of a lot of. They got rid of a lot of their animated features. So
Yeah.
That sucks.
But yeah, and then like I think like when I kind of look at other like cartoons aimed at younger audiences, I noticed the same thing where it's super fast paced.
Yeah.
Again, probably to try and keep their attention, but it's kind of like, well, stuff wasn't like that when we were kids.
Maybe.
Like,
well,
so it's like,
well,
why do they why do they think
I think
that kids now need to? I don't know.
I think that it might have happened to us sometimes when we were watching content, but those things were labeled as not good because of that. Like, at least what comes to mind for me is whenever I used to watch like not essays per se, but like reviews on some movies, that was constantly a thing that they were bringing up on bad ones, where it's like they're constantly talking. There's like the keys jingling, like,
Yeah.
oh, little kid here.
That's true.
And so like I kind of wonder if maybe the balance is
that's
shifted,
like
where
the
it's kind of
next
like
evolution.
Yeah, where they're like, hey,
like...
remember how we used to think this was bad? Well, because people's attention spans are shorter, this is not necessarily as bad or whatever. I personally don't like it. I think it's annoying, but that's just me.
Okay, this also kind of reminds me of, because I've been watching, like, this one channel called, like, Rinse Repeat.
Oh, yeah.
Where they make these compilations of, like, cartoons and ads and stuff to make it feel like you're watching, like, old school TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so, like, I watched some of the ones where they did, like, the really old cartoons, like, from, like, the original, like, Scooby-Doo era, like, the 60s and 70s and stuff. And it made me realize something, because... like, a lot of times boomers and, like, Gen Xers will kind of be like, why do you watch cartoons? Those are for kids. Like, and stuff, like, they just don't understand. And, like, I realized it's because they grew up with those cartoons from that era. Mm-hmm. Those cartoons fucking suck. I'm sorry.
Damn.
They're awful. They're garbage. And that made me understand. That's why they don't understand why adults like cartoons, because they think that that's what it all is.
Yeah.
Is because, literally, I watched, like, a block of those cartoons. They are all copies
of the same thing.
Oh,
Scooby-Doo.
like the
Yep.
Hanna-Barbera Scooby-Doo shit. The thing is,
Yes,
like,
yeah.
Scooby-Doo is good, but then when everything
Sure,
is
yeah,
literally
yeah.
exactly Scooby-Doo,
There were
but
like a
not.
dozen. There were a dozen shows that were the exact same concept as Scooby Doo and Flintstones, where it was just like, oh, there's a family and it's a sitcom. Like
It's
there was
the
one where it was literally
Jetsons.
just the Flintstones. Yeah, Flintstones and Jetsons, and there was one where it was just Flintstones, but in like ancient Rome.
Oh, what?
Was
I
one
ain't
that I
even
saw.
never heard of that one.
And then
too.
and then there was like I was gonna say He-Man, but I guess even pre-He-Man, there were like the adventure action ones, which were also all exactly the same
Mhm.
because it like the Space Ghost
Yeah.
or whatever, not the talk show
Ghost.
one, but the actual original
where they
Ghost
got
cartoon.
the assets from, the actual show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the actual Space Ghost show is literally just like, oh no, there's a bad guy and he's doing a bad thing, and Space Ghost is like, I can just do whatever the fuck I want, so boom, I beat the bad guy, yay! That's the entire cartoon. You just be like, oh, my wristband can just do whatever the fuck it wants to, like.
So he's like Green Lantern, but with a wristband.
And so then there were like a million other shows that were just about some hero who was just super powerful and would just beat the bad guy, like.
Damn. What I'm hearing is all these shows
Anyway,
sound fantastic,
sorry.
and I love them.
I just had to get that out. Since we're talking about animations.
No, as you should, because like that's a very important like part of like animation history, and the reason that all of that is the reason they had that is because number one, like people didn't think highly of animation, so they would just they're like, well, we have this animation doing this, let's just, color swap it a little or like give them a hat
Yeah.
and then make a similar storyline. And boom, we got like, they're just like, we have this animation, we can't really afford to make much of a different thing. So we're going to have to just adapt it. And it's like, well, I don't really know how to adapt this into a different story. So I was like, fuck it. Just make it the same one, but change it a little.
Yeah.
Just come up with some new characters. Just change the setting.
Because and that 100% is exactly what those were. Because when you were talking about the tier, I'm like, oh yeah, I've read the history on that stuff. It's wild
And then
that they were just because it was all about quantity versus quality.
they were content farming.
It was.
They were. It was 100% that.
People have been content farming since the beginning of media.
Yeah, 100%.
And
man.
it's always
even, like-
been bad.
Even like going back like even further to just like when like novels were first a thing, like even though those got content farmed because even like Charles Dickens was basically, because there's a whole thing about how he was paid by the word, and so like he would just, that's why those novels are so long, is because he got paid more for every
Hell
word.
Yeah.
And like
man, I'd be rich with
And then,
all
like-
the words I've been writing in my fanfictions. We'd be set, baby.
Yeah.
We'd have so much money.
And then there would be like they would call them like the what are they called, like the dime
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
dime store novels or whatever, where it would just be like all this really generic romance or like
Oh,
cowboy or
goodness.
stuff or whatever people read back in the day.
Whatever them.
People just
people
read
were
about
reading.
cowboys, I think.
They just love I don't know what it was.
wild.
They were obsessed.
They just
think
love cowboys.
Cowboy fiction was like the superhero fiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they
think
sold them
superheroes-
like, I'm
superheroes-
a cowboy. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think superheroes replaced cowboys. I think detectives were in there for a little bit too, as like the main.
It's the wish fulfillment.
Genre,
Everybody wanted to be a cowboy. Everyone
Yeah.
wanted to be a detective. Everyone wanted to be a superhero.
I think the progression was cowboy, detective, and then you got stuff like Batman, where it's like he was a
He
detective.
was
a cowboy
but also
detective.
and then that's a cowboy detective superhero.
I'm gonna be a wizard space
Yeah.
princess.
Hell yeah, as you should. That just reminded me of NSP, the song Unicorn Wizard. Sorry.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's a class.
It is classic. I like that one.
Literally, it's like one of their first songs.
Yeah, it's one of their
It's from like
albums.
2010.
I think it's from Strawberries and Cream, if I remember correctly, but I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that one.
Yeah.
But yes, those copycat cartoons.
Yeah.
What a trip, man.
Which then, to be fair, that has continued to be a thing since then.
Yeah,
it's not something. Yeah, unique
if it makes money, people are going to do it.
Yeah.
But speaking of Scooby Doo, though, it is funny that Scooby Doo, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, has stood the test of time and has been It's been remade, rebooted, retooled.
None of those knockoffs survive.
It's fascinating. Yeah, none of them. Yeah, where's the Jetsons like 5.0 or whatever the hell? Like Scooby Doo Mystery Inc. like was so good. Apparently, I never saw it, but like I heard a lot of really good things.
Yeah,
about
that was like the
kind of almost like the gritty one, but it was still really funny. And then like I used to watch the shit out of those like Scooby-Doo cartoons that they would like the old school and then the new school. I remember oh my god, Scooby-Doo hang on. Oh gosh, it was the one where they had like the movie characters and like comic book characters.
Oh, they would do crossovers?
Yeah, it was literally their crossover like series because they did Harlem Globetrotters.
Was that the one with Scrappy?
Scooby-Doo has done so many like crossovers just within like even like the mainline show, but they did like it was like Scooby-Doo and Who or something that was literally dedicated to just having guest stars or something like that.
I didn't know that one.
Word. They were really interesting. I used to really like those ones, and that was the first time that I ever saw Wednesday Addams like wear pink or some shit, because I guess maybe in the comic beforehand she was not as gritty, and then later on she did. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but I
was a pastel goth.
A little bit maybe. Don't quote me on it. My memory could also just be really bad, but I recall it and I'm pretty sure about it. But again, I could be wrong. And then I know they also had Batman and Robin. They had Batman and Robin on there too. So yeah, it was pretty neat.
I guess it makes sense because he's a detective.
It makes sense. It makes sense. God, that reminds me. I really want to watch that Adam West movie so bad.
Scooby-Doo versus Lupin.
Oh,
versus Lupin the Third.
Is that real?
Oh,
they should do that. No, it should be.
I think it would be good.
I'm gonna look it up.
Did you find out that Batman?
Was there Batman versus Lupin?
I think you did find that.
Scooby-Doo versus Lupin the Third. Let's look it up.
Go away, AI.
The ultimate video game. Wait,
what?
Was that it? Versus Lupin the
Classic console showcase.
Oh wait, they're comparing two video games. I think is what's happening.
Liars.
This isn't what I wanted.
Yeah. Okay.
Film idea, Reddit. We're not the first person to come up with this idea, apparently. But no, that would have been pretty dope.
No, it makes sense.
I did see Luna chiming in.
Yeah, she said their super cut and dry cartoons didn't get good storylines until mid-'80s. I love how y'all are talking about what I talk about in my class I used to teach back in 2010s.
Hell yeah!
Y'all know the reason why cartoon story changed so much in the 80s was the popularity of comic books. I did not know that, but that... Because, I know specifically Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was a
comic,
riff.
Yeah.
Well, it was a comic, but it was made to riff on comic books. Like, it was made as like a, what would you say, like a lampoon of comic books?
A satire?
A satire, yeah. Parody even. Yeah, it was made, yeah, that was its origin story. Is I think specifically they were like, I think it was supposed to parody Daredevil specifically. I don't know if that's correct. But they had one in mind that they were like, this is ridiculous. So they're like, we're going to make our own thing, and we're going to make it even more ridiculous. But they kept, the thing is like, they made it ridiculous, but it still kept like, it was in good faith, right? Like they didn't hate comic books. They were just like, this is silly, right? So, and then it just became like its own thing. And the rest is what it is.
It's wild. It is wild.
Yeah, and I know like it was. I think the content in the comic was more like mature than what ended up in the cartoon.
Yeah.
From what I've heard.
I think that's true. I've never read the Teenage Mutant
Like
Ninja Turtles.
there was actually
comics.
like blood and stuff.
Yeah.
And violence.
I remember
Yeah.
seeing like things about it, and especially because in the Toys That Made Us, they had a TMNT one, and they did talk about how the comic was like actually pretty dark and really gritty, and then the show was not, because obviously, they were trying to design.
I think I
it for
remember.
kids.
I think I remember in that. Yeah, the creators were like kind of upset about that, but then it got super popular and made a ton of money. So they're like, oh, okay.
Fine with it. They're like, yeah, okay, hell yeah.
Well, okay. I guess maybe that was a good idea.
Sure. Hell yeah.
It was a good
I
idea to
just-
market to kids.
They're so stupid.
You know,
They don't know anything.
you know,
They'll
you
buy
know
anything.
what comic?
Look at their parents to buy anything.
Well, ergo, you'll probably know this because you know me, I'm assuming, and I'll be shocked if you don't. Well, there might be two that you might think I'm referring to, and honestly, I would be fine with both. But there is a comic from back in the day, back in like I guess technically it was like the latter 70s, and then into the 80s, and then actually it finished its mainline quest a couple of years ago. But there is a comic that I've been reading for a while that I would love to get made into a show, but it probably never will because it's not popular enough. Do you know what I'm talking about, Ergo?
ElfQuest?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna say, when are you going to say the name?
ElfQuest. I was gonna see if you knew. But yeah,
You were being
ElfQuest
tested.
is- Yeah, good job, you passed. Excellent job, good job. But yeah, ElfQuest is so freaking good, and it's like also got violence in it, and so like with today's like shows, they could probably actually keep that. But I mean, hey, maybe it would be just like they found out with TMNT, maybe sans that violence would still be good, whatever. Like, I mean, it's not like a super violent series at all, but it's about like elves and wolves and stuff. So like, yeah, that's pretty cool. I recommend it. I like it a lot. But Bone would be
Aren't
hella
the
tight.
elves?
I think
Aren't the elves like aliens in ElfQuest?
What about
I'm misremembering that.
well, they come. Yeah, they do come from like it's kind of like
Didn't they have
not the astral plane, but they like
Okay.
come from like a different dimension, and they
For some
were
reason,
like sent
I
to
remember, like, when
Neanderthal Earth.
when I
and
like
then-
took a look
yeah.
at the first page, I thought I remembered were they like coming out of a spaceship?
Yeah, well, their
Okay.
ship, their thing is shaped to look like a castle. Because they were
It was like a flying
it was.
island
I think
thing.
if I remember correctly, they were supposed to be in around that time because they could go through like space and time, so they like moved different things. But then they ended up crashing in Neanderthal man time. And the spoiler alert for like the first few pages of ElfQuest,
Close your
the
ears.
cavemen. Yeah, close your ears. The Neanderthal cavemen like beat the shit out of them, and there's like blood, and like they kill like almost all of them. So yeah, it's pretty crazy, but yeah. Tier, were you gonna say something about Bone? Because I know I mentioned Bone, and then you went. I think they're.
if I recall, I think the creators said that they don't want it to ever become like an animated series.
Well, I thought there was it was in like production.
They
hell
were
for a
supposed to. I think
think
Netflix
that
was
was
supposed to
why.
do
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
They
Like, they-
tried
and
it
I can
out,
see
and
that.
they're like, no, I ain't doing this shit again. All right, fuck this.
'Cause I remember-
like.
Yeah, like Netflix, I think like made some kind of announcement or
It
something.
did. But
like,
COVID happened, and then that I think that
and they just
derailed
ditched
it a lot.
the whole project.
Yeah. Because I was gonna say, Tier, for the stuff that you probably heard, it might be similar to what I've heard. Because I haven't heard anything like recent, but like I might have just missed that like most recent stuff. But
I don't know.
I remember when Nickelodeon was supposed to do it, because apparently Nickelodeon was supposed to do a movie for it. They really pissed him and his wife off, I think, Jeff Smith and his partner, because they were like, oh yeah, we want to tone down the violence, and he was like, no. No, you're not. And then they were like, okay, well, we also want to put like pop songs in here, and he's like, no. Like, fucking
yeah,
not.
you will not be doing that actually.
Yeah, so he was really pissed about it.
Just completely changed.
Yeah. And the comic
What
is
is-
fantastic. I recommend, but
I should read
as much
it.
as I would love, I recommend if you get time, like, and I know you've been ultra busy, but one day if you do end up having some time, it is quite a fun experience. I love the art for it. It is beautiful. They have like the black and white edition, the like original like print. But then they did do the colorized versions. And I have some of the colorized versions, but I have like a giant freaking, like, you could probably hurt somebody really bad if you put that in a bag and you slapped him over the head with it. It's a really heavy like book. It's a paperback of like the entire black and white series. You could really hurt somebody with that. But it's good. I recommend it. It's good. Around the time though that we had heard about the Netflix Bone one, we also had heard the Adventure Zone was supposed to get a thing. That's probably dead and never happening, and I'm sad. Because the Balance arc is my favorite, and I love those comics. Like, the comics are great. But I was really excited for a show, and I don't think that's happening anymore. Because, yeah, probably COVID and other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, production hell shit. Unfortunate. And then Luna was asking if I have read the Yu Yu Hakusho manga. I will be completely honest. I have not read the entirety of the manga. Like, I think the last few chapters I have not like actually seen, because when I was collecting the books, I think they went out of print around the time that like I was getting a little lazy about it. And but they have been reprinting them again, apparently.
Nice.
So I've been happy about that. Which apparently, like, on my Amazon wish list, I have a bunch of those books.
You can also probably get them digitally.
I'm sure I could probably find them digital. Yeah. But if you want like a hard copy, you can.
I know you also don't really care about the last arc.
Yeah, the last arc isn't my favorite. That's for sure. But I would still like to own it, like to have it. If I don't read.
Because I mean, do you have up to the Sensui arc?
No.
No.
I think it's not even the full tournament, like the Dark Tournament. I don't even think I have the full that. Yeah. Which I'm a fake fan.
If you're a fake fan, then no one is a fan.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
If Yu Yu Hakusho has one fan, it is Gruzzy.
Yes. If I'm dead, then there are no fans. But I mean, there are a lot of, like, I used to think, man, I'm this hardcore Yu Hakusho, and I am. Like, I definitely am obsessed. But I follow like a group on a social site, and there are some people that have like a lot of stuff, and they like know a lot about it, and I'm just like, oh, I'm a fake fan over here.
Well, they've just spent more money.
maybe, yes. But hey, you know what? As long as you are liking the thing and you're a fan, then that is cool. Like, we don't have to have contests, but I probably am definitely more obsessed than the casual fan would be. That is for sure. Looking around, even we don't have a ton of like papers in this room, like we don't have like a lot of like pictures and whatnot, but the two prints that I have on the wall in the computer room are both Yu Yu Hakusho fan art pieces. So I do have that, and then our bedroom has a bunch of them because they're all on my side of the room.
Oh,
so
Lord.
yeah. Ergo is a good husband because he allows our walls to be papered with my favorite shit, and I would love him to put his favorite shit up on the wall, but he don't do it. Like, baby, maybe print out some Sonic 06 fandom screenshots. Just print it out, put it on a frame.
Just go to the library and get some.
That's
wild.
Screenshots of a YouTube video.
That is a crazy suggestion.
Get the shot of Eggman on the TV screen saying, "I've come to make an announcement."
Yeah.
Thanks, Obama.
Better yet, do that. Get an old fucking like instant camera. Not a Polaroid, like the $5 cheapo ones that you have to get like at Walmart or whatever. You have to get the what is it called? Develop. And put it on your computer, full screen it, and then take a picture of it with one of those cameras and then get it developed. Yeah, and then put that on the wall.
I love that shit. Ergo, that's gonna be a Christmas present. Maybe. Oh, I see how it is. Because we have one of those
No.
cameras that spits out the. We have one of the cameras
Yeah,
that spits
we
out
do
the
have an
photo.
instant.
Oh, you have a
camera,
Polaroid.
yeah.
Yeah, the one of those ones, the big chunky ones that are like.
Well, like Instax.
Yeah, one of those.
Ah.
Which I need more of the film for that.
Not sponsored.
Yeah, I think we ran out of film for that at our freaking wedding. And I still
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
what we
Well,
used
that's,
it for. Yeah.
that's a good place to use it, I would think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's funny. I have some pictures of my brother just like because I think I gave it to him and he took like a couple. And there's like some photos that we were looking at where we're like, this must have been done by my brother because these are fucking weird. Because there's like one of my mom where it's just
So you
like
got, like, a weird-
up face of my mom or something and
Oh my
his
God.
forehead, and I'm like,
They-
what the fuck is this?
They look like candid, like
Oh, no.
like spy camera pictures.
They were funny. My
Pretty
brother's a
silly.
goober. He's fun.
So I think he just literally just went around and just went like click, click, click,
Click,
click,
maybe.
click.
And actually, I mean, you can tell for yourself if he's a goober. I know in you should get him to do the other Mario.
Oh, yeah.
But Ergo did a Choose Your Own Adventure with my brother.
Ah.
One of the Mario books.
Mario Choose Your Own Adventure book.
I
Yeah.
gotta
I think
remake
I-
his PNG though.
I think I watched. I caught some of that one. That was funny.
It was
Yep.
it was wild. It was a wild one.
that
I
was
think if I recall
goofy.
correctly.
I like how we got to like the very end. I was like, oh, there's no mazes in this one, and then there was a maze.
Damn.
It was like a
spoke it.
mirror maze too.
Oh
You
no,
know-
it's evil.
You know, I still need to make
There's always a maze.
the Choose Your Own Adventure that I was writing, or had conceptualized with you and me and Tirif, by the way, because you're here. I don't know if I've ever spoken about this
I don't know if
out
I've
loud
heard
to
it.
anybody but Ergo. I haven't written it, but I have like notes for it and stuff. But
Oh.
I have you as a cameo in there. I have a couple people cameoed in there. Yeah.
What are we talking about?
The Choose Your Own Adventure thing that I haven't written yet.
yeah.
But I want to. But that being said, maybe I got to include a maze now. Maybe there'll be a maze. Maybe there won't.
Yeah,
be.
be like, all right, time to increase the page count. Here's
Here's
the
one
maze.
for me. Yay!
Do you go left, straight, or right?
Mhm. All of them will be
Oh.
dead ends except for one.
What a hard choice.
Oh, so scary.
Oh, so you make it seem like it's about to be a maze, but it's actually super simple.
Maybe that might be easier.
I think that would. Well, I think that would.
They
be
all just lead to
funny.
the exit
Right? That all of them are dead ends except
if they're
for one.
if they're all correct.
They're all correct. Oh shit!
Like,
They all lead to
everyone-
the same one. They just all go to the same page.
And,
But it's like a
and
little
then it just
different.
says, after a while of wandering through the maze, you eventually find the exit.
I think that would
Eventually
be
it follows
fun because
the
it's like a good. Because you guys have been reading all those, it's a good like callback. Like all of these things have a maze,
Yeah.
but then kind of like parodying it a little bit, being like, well.
I am sad that
It's like
the
a
one that
nod.
we did, right? It would be a good like reference to it. I was sad in the one that we did recently that the unicorn stayed dead in every option
Oh,
that I
yeah.
cried.
No.
We didn't find like a perfect ending.
Yeah.
So excited.
I mean, I guess it's like a quantum unicorn, I guess. So in the ones where you never met the
Quantum
unicorn, it was probably
unicorn.
fine.
I mean, well, here's the thing: if you never meet the unicorn, does the unicorn? It's like if a
Yeah,
tree
that's
falls
what I
in
was saying.
if the tree falls in a forest, do you really hear it? Or fuck, if it does, you know what I'm talking about?
Schrodinger's unicorn.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Schrodinger's
Schrodinger's
unicorn.
If you never find the dying unicorn, then it never dies.
Fair point.
Exactly.
Or
So
it's
the best way
always
is
dead.
to close the book.
Oh, Tim's right. Just never read it. Just never
Just
read.
don't read it, and
Here you
the
go, that's the
unicorn's
answer.
always alive.
I choose no adventure.
Take that.
Close the book.
That's the choice no one ever talks
Just
about.
at the first page, you just close the book and never
Nope.
read it.
Done.
Have wash your
That would be
hands of
funny.
it.
That'd be funny if that was like a choice, like on the front page where it says, "Do you choose
Well,
to read or choose to
remember-
not?" Okay, close the book.
Tira will remember in the Goosebumps
Oh yeah, the grandma's.
in the
iPhone.
Goosebumps ones
Yeah.
where there was like if you made the choice to be like, no, I want to go home.
Yeah.
And then you just
Then-
get like a message directly from R.L. Stein being like, wow, what a coward.
Yeah, he called me a pee pee
Fucker.
piss boy, dude.
Yeah, he said like, oh, maybe you should just put the book down or give it
You
to somebody who's a
little
little more
baby.
brave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did
like-
I
was
did I
like,
ever
what the
get that?
No.
I don't. I don't know if I ever got it because I
You
wanted it. I
did.
wanted to get shamed by
Wait,
R.L. Stein,
wait.
and I don't think I ever did.
No, yeah, you did do because you did the Knight in Screaming Armor,
Huh?
which was weird.
Yes,
I don't want
and
my armor to
then
scream personally.
and then
me too.
and then the Toy Factory one.
Yes, but did I get shamed in any of those?
No.
That's what I was asking because I know I've read
I
them
don't
before,
remember.
but like, have I gotten shamed? Because I wanted
Been a
it.
while.
Because both Rev and Tirif got like shamed and told,
Yeah.
like Tirif said, call you a pee pee poo poo pants, and we're like, oh, you little
Yeah.
scared baby, you little bitch, and
Yeah,
I
because
wanted
that
it.
happened. Because with Tirith, there was the Secret Agent Grandma, and then the Camp Werewolf.
Secret Agent Grandma.
Camp Werewolf, which barely had anything to do with werewolves.
Yeah.
There was not one werewolf that I remember.
Well, I think okay, wait, I remember there were, but like most of it had to do with this like cave, right? I feel like we were in a
There
cave
was a
for most of
cave.
the book. Yeah, and then there was like a weird thing where you found like an elevator underground. It got like really surreal. Like,
Yes.
Also,
yeah.
And then didn't it have like one of those like endings where it's like, oh, you woke up? I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah. I think it was all a dream. Yeah, that was bizarre.
so fucking weird. This is not about that, but as I was watching you go through your stuff, Tirif, I love all of it. I love all of it because it's amazing. But the eye, I really liked the eye movement where Sonic was like, I'm like, hell yeah!
He's
like, I
like-
just really love it.
That.
Yeah, he's like looking, like, what
Yeah.
the fuck? What's happening? I really love it. I thought it was really cool. And also, I do like how Clark's like, ah! In that
You're like,
one.
hey, buddy.
It just it fills me with joy.
I showed this yesterday, but if I'll shut my mouth real quick and I'll play it with the audio so you can kind of see what's going on. But
Okay.
it's gonna be kind of wacky because I have so much shit going on that now everything's like overlapping. But
Okay.
hopefully it's not too distracting.
yeah, no problem.
All right, I'm gonna shut up.
Hey, Bob, it's my best friend Sonic.
Hello, Plurm. What's going on? It's me, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, I was just shopping for clothes.
What?
Yeah, I went to the TJ Maxx and I grabbed myself a jacket and 2 pairs of pants.
Okay, Plurk. It is Plurk?
Plurp. Best friend Sonic. Hey, Bob, it's my
That's
best
it.
friend.
Did you hear it?
I have to like listen it through Ergo's earphones because it wasn't
Oh.
connected to mine.
Oh
But it's
shit!
funny.
I'm sorry. I should have just shared it on Discord. I'm a fool.
No, you're so fine. You were so good. I
Yeah,
honestly
check
should pull it up on.
Twitch.
I wasn't sure if I could pull it up on Twitch because like the way that my Discord is on my phone, would that have been a problem? Have I been stupid this whole time?
I have no idea.
Because I didn't know if it would mess with like if it would only make me choose audio from Twitch or Discord. I wasn't sure, so I was like, oh. I know Ergo has both up, so I was like, at least one of us can be supportive. So I was like, there's at least that. But yes, no, I heard a little bit, and I was like, I love it. I love that
It's
so
cute.
much.
It's a cute thing, but
So
we have about 10 minutes left of our little session
Yes.
here. If you do, I'm gonna kind of derail it because I'm curious what y'all's answer to this
Whoa.
one is. What is your
Okay.
animation? Hear me out.
Ooh, this was one I didn't really know if I had an answer. Do you have one, Ergo? Because like,
So,
was this one where it was like
something that's like seems kind of bad, but like we would.
would actually like it, or vice versa?
Well, one that you feel like you have to defend, where you're like, so as someone who is a fan of like Has Been Hotel or like Hell of a Boss, I feel like I'm constantly at odds being like, I like it, it's good. And it's one of those things. I also have like, I really like Cool World, and I feel like it gets shit on all the time. And I'm just like, I like Cool World, I think it's good. But you know, it's like, you know, people just constantly have not a good thing to say about it.
I feel like there must be an anime that.
That you'd have to
Well,
defend all the time.
Let me like log into my like anime,
Memory.
my totally legitimate anime watching site.
See, I feel bad because like I'm a basic bitch, and so I probably enjoy a lot of things that just like the masses kind of like. So I don't know if I have one that comes to mind like immediately, which is what I'm like kind of trying to think about. Because I'm going through all the various like shows that I've ever watched. And I do wonder if I've seen like any anime that I would have to like defend. Shin maybe, because that one is such a weird ass show. But I do think a lot of people do like it, so I probably don't have to defend it that often. But I know it's not everybody's taste because it is very, very comedic. And it like the English dub especially like pushes the envelope a lot, and it's like they say a lot of like really inappropriate things.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh yeah, 100%. Like they were like going, well, how far can we take this before someone tells us we can't do this? So like they did that a lot. And some of those jokes I liked, some of them I didn't, but I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot.
But again,
there's a lot of spicy in the English dub.
Yeah.
I don't actually know what like for the longest time. I guess I knew it was Japanese, but like it was on Adult Swim, so I was just like, it's an Adult Swim show in my head. So I was just like, this is the only version. It only has an English dub.
Right.
But yeah.
There's insight.
Excuse me.
Did you see one, Ergo? Or did you think of
No.
one? Oh, okay. What about the Ergo? Would you defend the Super Mario Brothers show? The
Super Mario Brothers Super Show?
Would you? Because you keep
Yeah.
telling me that you like the live action movie. You're like, the live action movie is really funny. It's really good.
Not
Like,
Hey, hold on, I don't.
oh, I see. You're backtracking now. I see how it is. What? Maybe to get the ball rolling a little bit for us here. What is one that you defend Hazbin Hotel a lot? And is that because of maybe the crude nature of it, or does it have anything to do with like the creator? Because I know like I don't know what's real anymore. The internet is all kinds of crazy shit. But I know there was like a while where people were shitting on the creator, so I don't know if that was why you felt like you had to defend it. I don't know.
Well, it's just the internet at large being like pretty against it
Yeah.
in every aspect. They think that the humor.
See, I
is
thought it was
just-
like super popular. Wasn't it like super popular?
It's both. It's one of those things. It's like one of those things. It doesn't. When I say defend it, I mostly there's like a very vocal section that's just like LOL. This is just people saying fuck, fuckity, fuck for like 10 minutes, and I'm like,
yeah.
even if it was that, which I'll say that I don't think that's like an accurate portrayal, but it's not inaccurate in many ways. I'm like, but I also think that's funny. Okay, I am sorry.
Yes.
I'm a simple man. I'm like when people were doing the like meme where they're like, oh, this was like by Vizzy Pop, like 9 times out of 10, I would laugh at the dumb thing. I'm like, yeah, I mean, clearly I just think that's funny. Okay, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. and yeah, and it's true because like I don't mind it. I kind of think that humor is funny. Like I mean, clearly I would freely probably say the F word more often if I didn't have to go to work. Stuff like that. Just because I'm used to saying that word a lot. So like I totally get that respect. I still haven't watched it. One of these days I probably should, because I've liked the clips that I've seen and everything, and it does always look like an interesting show. So you would not have to worry about defending it to me. I would eventually watch it if I was just not a lazy ass. Probably. That's my consensus on that. But in terms of, again, a show that I would want to defend,
I mean, like,
I
if
know
we're
that
just thinking of things that are like
yeah.
I will defend My Little Pony, because a lot of people are like, that is a show for little girls, and I'm like, yeah, and it's fun and delightful, and they sing little songs.
Yeah.
So what?
And so why
Like,
not? Exactly.
yeah.
So, I was gonna say I don't have an answer because everything I watch is good. And,
I think everything I watch
just-
is good too.
I only watch good stuff. So
I just like the way you said that, full chest. Everything to watch is great.
I only watch good things, so I don't need to defend it.
Can't relate.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
I mean, I think everything I watch is good as well. That's why I'm willing to defend it.
Hell yeah. It's Oddly enough, I know I had to defend Avatar to somebody once, which was weird
Really?
because it's such an amazing show. And
See,
they
I
were
have
like,
to-
"Oh, the movie's really good." And I'm like, "Oh, well, actually,
What?
it's better." Yeah.
The
What?
movie?
You found the one person
Well,
who
okay.
liked the movie?
Ergo, this is going to be wild to you. You actually know this person. It's one of my
What's their name start with?
it's one of my friends, and I bet you can tell who it is.
Is it M?
Yes, yes.
Wow. Wow.
She did eventually try
Lord.
watching the show, but I don't know if she ever finished it. But
She
she was
didn't
like,
watch the show?
yeah, well, because she was like, oh well, I really liked the movie. I thought it was fine, and I was like,
oh my God.
I'm like, to me, even as an outsider, I don't think that movie would be good anyway. But
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, if you enjoyed it, like that's whatever. But I was like, the show is so much better.
I know.
So yeah.
I am also somebody who is very critical. Which this is going to sound ironic after I just said everything I watch is
great. Yeah.
But I am
Yeah.
very critical of media.
He is. We'll leave a movie theater and I'll ask him, what'd you think? And he'll go, it was okay. Like he
Yeah.
said that to Sonic 1 or whatever. And I
Yeah.
went, no,
I still
thank you.
stand by that.
It was cinema.
No,
The
I
first
mean,
Sonic movie is like a C plus.
no,
The
that's
second
true.
one is like a A minus,
Mhm.
and the third one is like an A.
See, is there an
Yeah, but it
animated
gets better.
movie
That's
that
my
you feel?
thing.
Yeah.
Is there an
Yeah,
animated
exactly.
movie that you feel like you would have to defend to people, Ergo? Because maybe we're trying to think of series as really, but like,
Okay.
is there like a movie?
Animated movie? I'm just gonna look up underrated anime movie.
I feel like more people do like this movie than not. El Dorado and Cats Don't Dance got really shat on by like I think the box
Oh,
office
yeah.
and stuff. I love those movies.
Cats Don't
I
Dance
think
is
more
delightful.
people. It is so good. I love Cats Don't Dance.
Treasure Planet.
Treasure Planet. Yes.
Treasure
Planet's
Planet
good.
rules. Yeah, and like it when it came out, like nobody
Atlantis.
liked and,
Okay.
and Atlantis.
Those are definitive answers then.
Atlantis, I would say, probably has more supporters.
Maybe.
But
Well, remember that one review that I always bring up where
yeah.
the guy was like, "This is a boring movie,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Oh yeah, so
I think
boring."
Treasure Planet is like one of my favorite like Treasure Island adaptations.
Mhm.
Especially the relationship between Jim and Long John Silver is so good in that
It's very
one.
good.
It's
You
so
can see
good.
the conflicting emotion, like.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people really did not give those movies enough credit because they kind of deviated some from like the Disney.
They were like
Warner.
adventure movies.
Mhm.
And
And
not
neither
like-
one of them
yeah.
have like musical numbers. You could argue that Treasure Planet kind of does, but it's that one.
It's a montage.
It's that score. It's the montage.
It's not like a musical.
They took a
segment.
radio hit and they
Yeah,
put it
yeah,
in there,
yeah.
but that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, those movies tend to get at least underlooked by their companies. I feel like
I feel like they're
people,
well
like, the
received by
audience
people
like
this
them.
day and age.
yes,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
agree.
I think it was at the time they came out, people were
Yeah.
kind of like whatever.
Yes, I would agree with
But
that.
yeah.
But I would definitely say that in terms of like when people bring up their like favorite, say like their favorite Disney movies, I probably would not also bring up Treasure Planet right off the bat, but it definitely should be in that conversation more often because it is really good. The second half may be a little less so because of the robot maybe being a little annoying, but besides that, peak. It's so good. And Jim Hawking's Scar. Like that bugs the shit out of me every time I watch it. The freaking Scar changes cheek every single scene and it bugs me. But
Damn.
I still think it was supposed to be like a weird shadow or something.
it's
don't
probably something, but yeah. Oh, fun fact: somebody I work with actually did a piece of keyframe animation for one guy in that movie. Like
Wow.
he's like, it's not anything big, but some alien with some arms. I drew an in between for that movie, and I was like, "Fuck, that's so cool!"
That's
So I
so
bring it up to
cool.
people all the time. Right. Oh, and also, we don't want to take your time, Tirif. I just realized it's 3:01.
Yeah.
We're okay. Wherever you need to do, though, you let us know.
Yeah, I think I am gonna call it, but I didn't want to. I'm okay with like wherever the conversation was gonna finish up at. But I do appreciate you guys coming
we're
on
good.
today, and I'm glad I'm glad that we could yap about
Yeah.
cartoons, and it's nice to my past couple guests have been very anime oriented, so it's nice to get kind of this talk about like more Western the Western side of it. So it's nice to have this like good diversity in people's experiences with animation, and I appreciate y'all coming on and opening up about just your favorite stuff. I know I said like open it up stuff as if it's like a vulnerability. Like, wow, you guys really shared. You put your
So
heart
brave.
on the table today. So brave. You like Treasure
We really
Planet.
shared about
so
it.
Brave.
Wow, it's so brave. It's so brave of you.
Yeah.
Like it, even though Jim Hawkins' scar changed his face or whatever that's supposed
Yeah,
to
I
be.
can't believe you. I can't believe you said that. That was so brave.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for taking the time to have us on and for sharing your amazing Sonic animation with us. I am so incredibly excited to see it come to fruition. I'm so pumped.
Yeah, I think it'll be. I think it'll be good. I have been doing this. I'm putting like the 2 hours a day, and I'm like, I guess I've gotten quite a bit done, but it doesn't ever feel like it. Like I feel like I only drew like 2 lines, but yeah, and I appreciate y'all, and obviously you guys are always welcome on the channel because you're my friends.
Aw, same here, friend. Whenever we do things, which is not often, but when we do, you are always welcome. TJ Maxx, flash, flash.
Flash. But I'm gonna go. We're gonna be raiding into Perry. I haven't seen her in a bit. I don't know if you guys know her, but she's good. She's good people, and we're gonna give her the old howdy do. And if you guys have any dancers, give her a dance party. And I will see you guys tomorrow with more animation.